Good afternoon, children. Today we will be doing a GK topic called Odd One Out. The meaning of odd one out is when a certain thing does not belong in the group. It could be the color, it could be size, it could be animals, birds. Anything that does not belong in the group is the odd one out. So let's begin. Let's take a look at this picture, children. Here is a group of apples. Now there is one apple that is not like the other apples in the group. Can you tell me which one it is? Correct. I have circled the odd one out. In this, children, you have realized that all the apples are full, while only this apple is eaten. So the look of it is different from the other apples. That is why this one is the odd one out. Now let's look at this picture. These are pictures of balls. Now here we are looking at the color, the odd one out. Can you tell me which one it is? Correct. It is the blue one, because the other balls are all red. Only this ball is blue. That is why it is the odd one out. Now in this picture we are looking at the size. Can you tell me the odd one out? Correct. Only one balloon is a size small. The other balloons are of the same size. So this balloon is the odd one out. Now here is a picture of animals. Can you tell me which is the odd one out? Think properly, children. Cow, horse, camel, tiger, dog. The odd one out is the tiger. And you know why, children? Because all the other animals are domestic animals. Only the tiger is a wild animal. And that is why it is the odd one out. Now in this picture is a picture of fruits. But there is one picture that is not a fruit. Can you tell me which one it is? A carrot. A carrot is not a fruit, it is a vegetable. And that is why the carrot is the odd one out. So here in all the pictures we have circled the odd one out. Now take a look at these pictures. This is a car, a bus, a motorbike, and an aeroplane. Can you tell me which is the odd one out? Here we are going to cross the odd one out. We are going to put a cross mark. The plane. The plane is the odd one out because all the other vehicles are vehicles that run on the road. Only the plane is a vehicle that is in the sky. It flies in the sky, and that is why this is the odd one out. Now in this picture, there are pictures of cauliflower, sunflower, lotus and rose. Which is the odd one out? The cauliflower. The cauliflower is not a flower. It is a vegetable. The other pictures are flowers. So the cauliflower is the odd one out. Now take a look at this picture, children. A chair, a house, a table, and a bed. Which is the odd one out? The house. Even though the house is made of wood like all these other items, yet it is not furniture. Chair, bed, and table are furniture, but the house is not furniture. So that is why the house is an odd one out. Now in these pictures show pictures of spoon, a fork, a knife, and another knife. Now if you look at these pictures, which is the odd one out? This knife. Because this knife you cannot eat with. This knife is used for cutting. But all the other pictures like the spoon, the fork, and the knife are used for eating. You use these cutlery for eating. But this is the odd one out. In these pictures, they show pencil, a ruler or a scale, a book, and an eraser. Which is the odd one out? The book. All these are stationery. Even though the book is also a stationery, it is not used for writing on. This book is used for reading. So this is the odd one out. The pencil, the eraser, and the scale or a ruler, they are stationery which we can use and write with or erase with, but this we cannot write on. It is a storybook. So that is why it is the odd one out. Now look at all these pictures, children. A leg, nose, ear, and eyes. Though they are all parts of our body, which is the odd one out? There is something that tells you that it is different. It is the leg. And you know why, children? Because the nose, the ear, and the eyes are all parts of our body on the face, or they are sensory organs. But the leg is not a sensory organ and it is not on our face. So that is why the leg is the odd one out. Now children, we have understood about the odd one out with pictures. Now I'm going to show you words. And from these words you have to tell me which is the odd one out. The first one, Diwali, January, Holi, and Christmas. There is one which is the odd one out. Can you tell me which one it is? It's January. And you know why? Because January is a month. All the others are festivals. Diwali is a festival, Holi is a festival, Christmas is a festival. But January is the name of a month and that is why it is the odd one out. School, teacher, park, classroom. From these four words, which is the odd one out? Park. Because park is not part of our school. A school, a teacher, a classroom are all related to school. But the park is a place where we go to play. Even though our school has a little park, it is not part of a school. All schools don't have a park, but all schools have teachers and classrooms. So the word park is the odd one out. Cabbage, pizza, hamburger, cake. Which is the odd one out? Cabbage. Because cabbage is a vegetable and it is a healthy fruit. Sorry, it is healthy. But pizza, hamburger and cake are junk food. So it does not cabbage does not belong in this group. So that is why it is the odd one out. Potato, tomato, onion, leaf. Which is the odd one out here? Leaf. Because leaf is not a vegetable, though it is a part of a plant like all these, but it is not a vegetable, and that is why it is the odd one out. Stars, sun, river, and moon. Which is the odd one? River. River is the odd one out because it does not belong with the celestial bodies of the sky. You see stars in the sky, the sun in the sky, the moon is also in the sky, but the river is not part of a celestial body in the sky, and that is why it is the odd one out. Children, this is from your GK book, page 20. There are pictures here. You have to choose the odd one out. Cow, horse, hen, and goat. Which is the odd one out? Hen, because hen is a bird. All the others are animals. That is why the hen is the odd one out. Bat, ball, badminton racket, and book. Which is the odd one out? Book. All these are things that you play with. But a book is something you read, and that is why the book is the odd one out. Ice cream, bag, ice cream bar, and a lollipop. Which is the odd one out? The bag. This kind of bag is also called a satchel, and that is why it is the odd one out, because ice cream, an ice cream bar, and a lollipop are things you eat. A bag is something you don't eat, and that is why it is the odd one out. Tree, chair, table, and sofa. Which is the odd one out? A tree. All the other pictures are furniture. A tree is not furniture, and that is why it is the odd one out. Custard apple, banana, leaf, and grapes. Which is the odd one? Leaf. Because leaf is not a fruit, and that is why it is the odd one out. Read the following groups of words. Underline the odd one in each case. Now here you have to underline. All along we were crossing it or circling it. Here you have to underline it. Hen, parrot, sparrow, cow, crow. Which is the odd one out here? Cow. Because cow is an animal. All the other words are birds. Lotus, guava, rose, lily, sunflower. Which is the odd one out here? Guava. Because guava is a fruit. All the other words are flowers. River, sea, house, lake, pond. Which is the odd one out here? House. Because house is not a river body or a water body. Sorry, it's not a water body, and that is why the house is the odd one out here. Copper, iron, silver, gold, Glass. Which is the odd one here? Glass. All these other words are metals. Glass is not a metal, and that is why glass is the odd one out. Wheat, spoon, rice, sugar, milk. Which is the odd one here, children? Spoon. All the others are things you eat with or drink, but spoon is not something you can drink or eat with. So, and that is why spoon is the odd one out. Elephant, peacock, pigeon, eagle, hawk. Which is the odd one out? Elephant. Elephant is an animal. All the others are birds. That is why elephant is the odd one out. Blade, watch, lock, key, rat. Which is the odd one? Rat. All the others are things, but the rat is an animal, and that is why it is the odd one out. Children, I hope you have understood this topic of odd one out. Thank you for listening.